Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. A week ago, last Sunday, I have recorded a video exactly from the same spot for you. And since your response to that video, which is about the future of Russia and how Russia will play enormous role in saving humanity, that was prophesied by Edgar Cayce, a renowned American psychic. Many of you have responded to that video in such a positive way, to my surprise, my nice surprise actually, because I thought that majority of you are just interested in geopolitical topics and the news that I bring to you almost daily. However, the number of comments, that was I think almost 1,000 at this point, and the number of likes, over 5,000 likes, which is great, thank you everyone so much, made me believe, as you know, the math doesn't lie, the statistics in this case don't lie, that you are open to those kind of topics and the approach to current events from a different standpoint that, as I say, is a little bit more spiritual and not so tangible. However, it's manifesting in the 3D reality. So today, by your choice, the viewer's choice, you wanted me to continue with this topic for the next Sunday and maybe the next Sunday as well. We see how this goes. Maybe I will be even inviting guests on my channel who I can ask questions of this nature, how they approach those current events from a different standpoint. But today let's talk about what Baba Vanga has said about Putin and the future that will soon come, is actually already happening, to be honest. And I have some, it's not too many prophecies, but there were some words spoken by this lady. I have notes a bit all over the place, so if I repeat the same data, just bear with me and have some patience and understanding. And make sure to check your subscriptions. If you're not subscribed, it means a lot to me if you do. Hit this like, it's free of charge, and it helps the algorithm of YouTube for the channel to be recommended to more viewers. So Baba Vanga, she, actually her full name, I have it here, Vangelia Pandieva Gushterova. She was a Bulgarian attributed mystic and healer who claimed to have foreseen the future. Blind from her early childhood, she spent more of her life in Rupite, area of the Belasica mountains in Bulgaria. I know I have some Bulgarian viewers, so by the way, hello to you. She was born in 1911 and lost her sight after a storm when she was 12 years old. After the incident, it is believed that she developed the ability to predict the future. Although some of the predictions she made, such as Princess Diana's death and the 9/11 attacks, are quoted as evidence of her accurate ability, many people continue to be skeptical due to the lack of a solid documentation during her lifetime. Baba Vanga predicted the emergence of AI in 2024 and its ability to conquer the world. Quantum computing, she claimed, would disrupt the cybersecurity, healthcare and financial sectors. Her predictions related to Russia, so let's go through this. She predicted that Russia will announce cancer vaccine. In the field of medical science, Baba Vanga predicted that there would be a breakthrough and there will be a cure for cancer in 2024. And now Russia has announced the development of a cancer vaccine. Putin recently said that Russia is close to creating a vaccine for cancer that could be available to the patients. So I looked into this, since this was stated that Russia has already announced it, and to be honest with you, I didn't know about it. And it looks like I actually arrived to Moscow on this very same day this year, on St. Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2024. This is an article from Reuters that I will be putting down below in the description box as other links that I am bringing to you in this video. Moscow. President Vladimir Putin said on Wednesday that Russian scientists were close to creating vaccines for cancer that could soon be available to patients. Putin said in a televised comment that, quoting now, Putin, "We have come very close to creation of so-called cancer vaccines and immunomodulatory drug of a new generation. I hope that soon they will be effectively used as methods of individual therapy," he added, speaking at the Moscow Forum on Future Technologies. And I didn't know this. So, this about Russia already came to fruition. However, there is more. Going back to this, Putin did not specify which types of cancer the proposed vaccines would target, nor how. Now, back to Baba Vanga. She made hundreds of predictions in her 50 years career, you can say. And as I came across that information that whatever money she was making from those predictions were donated to the state, I believe to Bulgaria. I'm not sure, that's what I came across. And I know there were a lot of people who were traveling to where she lived to that destination with, of course, personal requests for predictions for their own personal lives. So she had a meeting, guys, in 1979 with Valentin Sidorov, who was a writer, a Russian painter. I think he already passed away. And in that meeting, she had predicted the glorious future for Russia. Why I decided to bring you those prophecies of hers? Because, as you know, some of those probably will not come to fruition, they will not happen. However, if there was a person who passed away not that long time ago, that artist, what's his name? One second, I lost his name right here. Valentin Sidorov. Well, if she told him this, then I think it's worth bringing this to you as well. And you can find it on the internet easily. According to the predictions of Baba Vanga, who foresaw the Russian war in Ukraine, she predicted that Vladimir Putin would become Lord of the World. Quotation, Lord of the World. Let me tell you first and foremost that she, I believe, passed away in 1996. Putin became the president of Russia for the first time in 2000. So she already predicted this before he was the president, and that meeting with the artist took place in 1979. She said, "All withdraw as if ice, only one remain untouched. Vladimir's glory, glory to Russia." This is all quoting her words. "Too much, it is brought in a victim, nobody can stop Russia." I think I might use this as a title for this video because it's pretty good point right here. Nobody can stop Russia. In 1889, she predicted, here is the music, about America. She predicted 9/11, and she said the American Britain will fall after being attacked by the steel birds. The wolves will be howling in a bush, and innocent blood will be gushing. So when I read that, you know what came to my mind? The wolves will be howling in a bush. You know who was the president, right? During 9/11, we all know. George W. Bush. I'll actually read this prophecy a little bit different because, as most of us know on this channel, and I am absolute believer that this was an inside job. So reading this, the wolves will be howling in a bush. I don't think it's a coincidence that she said those words. She also predicted a tsunami in Asia in 2004. And her prophecies were calculated by some experts to have an accuracy ratings as high as 85%, so effective that they were regarded as a top state secret. Only a fraction of the thousands of prophecies she left behind have so far been published, but they have shocked the world. She accurately predicted the outbreak of World War II, the disintegration of the Soviet Union, the invasion of the airspace, the death of Princess Diana, and I don't know, the music they are training here in this theater. They are practicing, not training. Interesting. I hope I don't have the copyrights, but they are trying to make a sound over my video, which I should be careful with. So, many dignitaries, including Bulgarian King Boris III, have visited her. And those words about Putin, let me see. Actually, she said one more thing about Russia. According to her, Russia will be the world's only superpower. So I want to leave these prophecies with you and your own discernment. I want to ask you, my viewers, what do you think? This was a simple woman, a humble woman who lived in Bulgaria, who couldn't see, but was gifted with this ability. Some of you will probably don't believe in something like this. I tend to believe because I know that when nothing is a coincidence, and I believe that if one person loses the sight or a hearing, another ability is more active, is more activated. So she was, I believe she was used by God to say certain things to people, and if it has been noted, someone somewhere in Bulgaria, not in a big city, who was prophesying those things, there has to be a reason for it. But this is a different video, as all of you know. This is Sunday, so a little bit different approach. And I have two great comments of the day for you. Let me just find a good place to sit down. Two great comments of the day. One is from an American, and one is from the lady who was born in Russia in the Soviet Union era. So let me tell you what those two people commented under my last video with about Edgar Cayce prophecies. And you have left fantastic comments, by the way. This is from Paul Pillow, who says, I never could have imagined that in my 50s I would have this overwhelming desire to go to Russia. I can't begin to make my wife or my family understand how I feel about America and the West at this point. I've been almost 40 years in defense of this nation. My mind began changing when I realized the lies that government got us into Iraq, and today I am just completely disgusted with it all. Paul, thank you so much for your comment. I know there is many viewers on my channel who share your opinion, who agree with this. It's very, very sad how the governments are operating and how they are taking advantage of us, but the only way to change it, like I always say, is grassroots movement, and we change it ourselves. We don't wait for the politicians to change it. And how you change it? You start with your own individual life. That's my opinion. And if your heart tells you to move somewhere because you believe that is a better place for you, then you have to do everything in your power to make that move happen. That's my opinion. The second comment is from Nadia Baum. Dear Anya, thank you for this video. I am a Soviet-born Russian. Soviet Union is often perceived as a pure evil, but I will tell you one thing. The common sense you are talking about is born in our Soviet past. We were expected to read a lot. This was enormously encouraged in our best ever Soviet schools. Sure, we read Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, and we learned to think, analyze and feel, which is huge. Moreover, our life was kind of tough. We didn't possess many things. This motivates us to create, how to arrange our dwellings, what to cook, and so on and so forth. So I am highly honored and feel to be distinguished by God Himself as he has let me be born and raised and educated in the Soviet Union. Long life to my beloved Russian culture and my enormous gratitude to my brilliant Soviet past. Thank you so much for your comment. I decided to read this to the audience because not often we have comments about Soviet Union, especially from someone who was born there. And I want to share with you on that note my personal experience from growing up during the communist time. During the time of the Soviet Union, as you know, Poland was under the influence, as we say. You know what I have learned, guys? I was a very little girl. I have learned 3 qualities. I was thinking about it after your comment, Nadia. I have learned creativity, resourcefulness and resilience, because when I look back at that time, I will never forget how creative people were, how women, in spite of not having many products in the stores, they were able to create beautiful outfits for themselves. They were able to look so attractive and feminine and well put together without pretty much any luxury items or very limited access to different things. They were creative, they were unique, and people were resourceful. People were creating things from what they had and their ability to replace what they didn't have in the stores, you know? And now when you have access to so many things, people look like crap. They don't know what to do, they don't know how to fix things, and if the bleep will hit the fan, they will absolutely vanish because they are not able to find their way and be resourceful. But that's all I have for you today, everyone. I hope you're okay with this video as well. A little bit different prophecies from Baba Vanga. Wish you a wonderful day. Make sure to hit this like if this video brings you any value. Thank you so much to all of you for all your donations on PayPal, buying me a coffee, and even on my fundraiser, which has been created. No shame here, even sometimes I get haters and criticism for my little house in Russia. You know, I can create whatever I want, and if you don't like it, you might just go to another channel or somewhere else. I'm not gonna say where. Lots of love, and remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. All the links you find down below in the description box, and see you in another video. Bye everyone!